from the McLarens behind. And we did also see that moment exiting the pits. Could we just get your take on that as well?
I was quite calm. I mean, I've been in this position before, but just trying to focus on my own laps, trying to not make any mistakes, making sure that the balance was drivable. Because, of course, throughout the stint, the tire life, it definitely changes the balance a bit, front to rear. But yeah, we managed everything really well. Of course, she's very happy with this result. And then, of course, with that pit lane thing,
You touched on it there, first full race distance in the car, first full weekend in the car. So what are the key takeaways now as we head to Bahrain and this triple header carries on?
Reset, and I'm sure I feel different thing. I'm sure compared to what I was feeling in FP1, in terms of car, in terms of confidence. I think naturally it'll be better. Naturally I'll understand more about the car. So I'm excited, like I said, for next one, but just have to better with the...
On the grass, exiting the pits, could you talk us through that one from your perspective as well?
Yeah, I mean, the guys did a really good pit stop, much quicker than the others, so gave us a good chance, and obviously I was alongside Max, but he had the line, he was in the correct position, and I wasn't, so of course I tried to stay alongside. Just some racing.
You touched on it there, still taking plenty of confidence heading into Bahrain next weekend, chance to go at it again.
Yeah, definitely. I think, I would rather be lacking the results and having the pace than getting the results and struggling for the pace, that's for sure. So, obviously in a perfect world, I'd love to have both. But, it feels like I'm on the right track. I feel like I've put together 3 good weekends to start the year, and I want to keep that rolling. So, even though the results not what I wanted, there's still a lot of positive.
There, quite a lot of experimenting in Friday practice. So where does this leave you for Bahrain next weekend, and as the season develops, getting a real handle on this car?
For Bahrain, I'll keep working in the direction that I have been working in on Friday, and see if that helps us. But I think there's not much more performance in the car than what we are seeing now. We just need new parts, and if we have them soon enough, I'm sure that this is the only solution to our problem.
Triple header, of course. Where do you feel you stand with this Ferrari package now? Did you learn quite a lot this weekend again?
Yeah, I think it looks like we are third, Red Bull, McLaren, Mercedes, and then that sort of thing. So we've got some improvements to make.
You sounded a little bit disappointed with qualifying yesterday, so you're looking forward to Bahrain going again and maybe starting a couple of places further up the grid?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely missed out yesterday. I think that was the first qualifying in as long as I can remember where we did not get the potential from the car. Now, was the potential higher at the order? I don't know how much higher we could have gone, but I know that there was a good couple of attempts in it, and that ultimately paid a big price for today. So Bahrain is going to be a new test.
You're proud of that progression through the weekend as well. You've never been to Suzuka before, so how do you reflect on that, and then also looking ahead to Bahrain, the track that you know well?
Yeah, I mean, was really much happier with how I finished the weekend, because was a really difficult start, and mentally was quite tough as well, because when you start so far back, it's mentally it's difficult to make the switch. So I was happy also how qualifying went, and today also I did another step in terms of driving. So definitely a good boost of confidence ahead of next weekend.
With the seatbelt today, all okay on that side?
No. All okay, otherwise I would have pitted.
And what's your thinking now as we head on to Bahrain? Start of a triple header, of course, just the place that you're in as a rookie in F1 and also with your new team.
I think it's first 3 races show that we have a good car on every conditions and corners and every type of track. So I think in Bahrain we'll still be up there, even though testing was not the best, but it gives us a lot of confidence.
This weekend back with the team, so what are the key takeaways now heading to Bahrain as this triple header continues?
Keep building, obviously, getting used to the car and pushing it. Obviously, we had good pace throughout the weekends. Unfortunately, not when we needed to, but yeah, there's always positives to take away.
Sunday, you had the grid penalty, of course, but do you feel like you're starting to get a handle on this car?
Yeah, I mean, this weekend was definitely positive in terms of pace, in terms of feeling with the car. There's a couple of areas where I feel like we still need to work on setup-wise. There's still things that I'm not happy with, that we have to find a way to make the car a bit more drivable in some areas. And then still with my driving, there's still margin to improve and adapt to these areas where the car is still lacking. Also, we are going to do some steps on both sides. This weekend I did steps already on those two areas, but we need further steps, and I hope that we can make it work sooner. And yeah, giving myself, I think, the first quarter of the season, to understand all this. But yeah, it's positive to see that at least I could have some good pace.
Satisfying, is it, that positive momentum is continuing, racking up the points?
Yeah, it's great. That's points finish in all the main races this year so far. I think we're like P6 or P7 in the championships, which is quite fun. But yeah, no, it's going well and feeling good. I actually think this weekend we didn't feel that comfortable with the car. It wasn't where the car's felt its best, and yet we still came away with points, which just shows you, even on our tough days, we still have a car that can be in the top 10.
Australia, how much confidence have these last 2 weekends given you, and the pace shown by both yourself and the team in general?
A lot for sure. I think Australia was a big shock for all of us, and China was probably an even bigger one to come back with such great pace, without changing anything on the car. And for this weekend, we bought a slightly different floor, which was aimed at helping that bouncing that we were struggling with, and it seems like so far so good. So yeah, happy to bring a point home and onto Bahrain.
Yeah, you touched on it. So do you already have a few ideas for Bahrain coming up quickly, of course, next weekend?
Yeah, we will be doing changes for sure. I need a good 3 days with the engineers now.
Any ideas of what you can do differently maybe in Bahrain as we carry on in this triple header?
I mean, we keep learning about the car. We keep experimenting. We will have another 3 free practices there after winter testing. So I'm sure a lot of ideas will come in the next 3 days. Try to get a little bit faster, and we will not.
Particular issues at all, or is that just the pace of the package at the moment?
No, I don't think we had any issues. So just one of those days, just really slow.
What's your thinking heading to Bahrain? A track everyone knows well, of course. But
exactly. We did 3 days testing there, so we know the car should work well on this track. So I think it's going to be good to reset after the first 3 weekends on the track we know, and the good thing is we get to race again next week. So we'll try to get these points next week.
I imagine you're already looking forward to going again in Bahrain next week.
Yeah, first a couple of days to let the body rest for sure. I'm looking forward to that, and then I'm raring to go in Bahrain. Can't wait for it, and we just got to keep pushing, keep working as a team, and getting these points. That's what's hard.
A triple header, of course. So what are the key takeaways as we head on to Bahrain already next week?
Yeah, very different circuit next week. A lot more low speed, braking and traction demand. Obviously, we had the test there. I don't expect us to be in a very different position. I think it's still very competitive, very tight in the midfield. Who knows? Maybe the low speed will suit us a bit more. We'll find out in a couple of days.
Back to a track you know well in Bahrain, of course, next. So, what's your thinking heading into that one and the triple header carrying on?
Let's see how the car behaves there. Let's see. Hopefully we can have a good quali and a good race stint and try some points or something. But obviously it's difficult from where we are right now. We need still to make some